Oh my goodness. Is it October? Or in the business,
You're looking outside.
as they refer to it as Hockto. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta change something. I don't have you piped in yet. Hold on, I gotta change the sound setting.
Dear.
No, we're fine.
Dumpster fire, ladies and gentlemen.
You should be in. Talk.
Check.
Yeah,
check,
we're good. We're good.
Dumpster fire. We are
We're good. GRIFFLIX still hasn't figured this thing out. But I got a little surprise for everyone here. Bam! Look at that. Bald and ugly. Oh my goodness. You guys know.
And you're getting the little stash going.
I got the little dirt lip, everyone. Oh yeah. Rangers
Are you
tied.
trying out to catch a predator?
Rangers are tied 3-3 right now. I'm wearing the jersey that Kevin Von Michael Magnum gave me. The Rangers. We check some NHL scores. The Braves are choking.
Yeah.
The Braves are choking.
They're back 7-5 now. The Cardinals are pitching Carlos Martinez.
Oh my God.
So you got to be careful. They just got the first out. So maybe the Cardinals will live. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's possible. We're efforting GRIFFLIX, but I'm not sure if he knows how this works. But we'll see. He's messaging me. I don't think I'm on. I don't know. You have to join the server called Show Private. I don't see him. He's got to click on it. You got to click on it, man. Anyways. All right. We got a bunch of predictions to make for the NHL season.
Maybe it's one of those things where he can't actually click on private. I would say try maybe getting him into general.
Yeah, he hasn't clicked on any of it. I don't know if he's a user of the Discord or not.
No, he just installed it yesterday.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what to do. You guys got to click on it. You should be able to click on the left side. There should be a bunch of icons there, Griff, and then you'll see the 5 Points Vid server. Just click on that, and then you'll see where we are. You'll see our two little names there. This is already a disaster, everyone.
This is why we call it the dumpster fire.
It's a dumpster fire, and we got a ton of cash considerations that we haven't even fucking looked at. This is gonna take all fucking night. Is what's gonna happen.
Well, that's what I'm here for, man.
All right, hold on. Let me call up. I want to bring up the Braves game on my phone so I can have as many distracting things for my ADHD as possible.
So apparently the foot might have been off the bag, and Albies might be safe. So there's still nobody out.
It's terrible.
Cardinals are trying to choke it back.
They are trying to choke
There's the
it
call.
back.
Yep, oh, he's out.
Oh. All right, it's on TBS. No, Nats Dodgers is on. No, I'm sorry. It is. Wow, how'd the Cardinals get the lead? Yep. He is.
Ninth inning. Bases
like his
loaded.
foot was off the bag.
Several fair
Hold on.
ball ground balls.
Is that GRIFFLIX
Goldie
right there?
and Marcelo Zuna.
Don't know it. Looks like he's out. All right. Why don't you start reading some super chats while I set up the
That I
official
can.
prediction.
And the first one from a usual suspect, Mr. Beast in Metal. Condolences to GRIFFLIX on the hiring of Steve Yzerman and the coming death wave of speedy, undersized skill chokers will bring spectacular humiliation and misery to Detroit. Thus is the curse of the Norfolk Admirals.
All right, let me turn this movie off. Okay, sorry. I got to turn the sound off. All right. Where did you read Beast of Metals, right? Okay.
Yep. El Chris.
All right, you prompt me. All right. NHL. Okay.
Speaking of which, El Chris for 5, a beautiful month, October. Start of hockey and baseball playoffs. 5 points. Your thoughts on Mickey Callaway getting fired? Enjoy the beer money, boys.
Thank you for the beer money. It was time, man. It was definitely time for him to go. He made some bad decisions, and he kind of he shouldn't have been the manager in the first place. You know, it wasn't like a Clint Hurdle situation where he showed promise and then he didn't.
Oh shit! It's now 7-6 Atlanta.
Oh,
Another home
boy.
run.
I don't know who to root for here. I guess the Braves, because they haven't won a playoff season. I don't know. I hate the Cardinals.
Well, it's Carlos Martinez, the closer. That's why. Carlos Martinez is trash as a closer.
He is. He is trash as a closer. Hold on. Let me move this monitor. All right. How are we going to set this up? All right. We have... let me see here. Keep reading while I do this.
That I can. Let's go to Taylor Phillips for 2. It will still take time for the Wings to rebuild. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they still got some bad contracts to clean out. But it'll take a couple years. I like the core they're starting to form, but yeah, they need some time.
Let me call up. Yeah, I'm going to call up last year's picks. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, jeez.
There we
Paul
go.
Feinstein for 2. 5 points. Check DM for my picks and record, and tell on the show, please.
This is terrible. What we did. Who organized this? This is.
I don't know, man. It seems like the dumpster fire. Could be.
Okay, wait. Now I get it. Okay, so that's Metro, Atlantic, and then Wildcard. Okay. We gotta start over. That's bullshit. Whose idea was it to do a prediction show? Okay, we're gonna do Atlantic Division champ for me and
Funding
you.
by the dumpster fire is brought to you by viewers like you.
Yes, funding.
Someone kill me, please.
Yes. Keep going. Oh, so Taylor Phillips. Yeah, the Wings are gonna fucking be terrible for a long time.
They got a couple years. Definitely.
Metro Division.
And good question from Luigi Pepper. Hey, trying to get into hockey. Do you two have any advice for a newcomer of the sport? I would say mainly watch. Get to as many live games as you can, because the live experience is much more intimate and significantly more different than watching it on TV.
Yeah.
At least to me.
The speed that they're moving, because the camera moves with them on TV, it just really doesn't give the speed that they're moving justice. Because those players are moving at 30 some odd miles an hour. It's crazy how fast they're going. They're like miniature crashes out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different views can get you different perspectives. Like if you look above, at the higher levels, it gives you more of a tactical perspective. Lower, you get more of just the raw speed of everything.
Did they change the divisions again this year?
No, not yet. I think Arizona moved to the Central, but that's it.
No, it's 2 divisions. It's only 4 divisions now. The Metro, the Atlantic, the Western, Pacific.
If you want to know, the Cardinals ended up surviving. Barely.
Okay.
7-6 final.
Division champs. All right, keep reading, man. Keep reading. You got all this.
That I can. All right, give me 1 second here. Let's get distracted with surprise. Let's fly Latoy for 2. Which NHL rebuilder can surprise people this year?
And then, actually, yeah.
Part of me thinks Vancouver. That could work. I would think probably Chicago maybe. That depends on their goalie situation. I've always been big on Florida, but that's more just because of the sheer talent of the core that they have. I don't know if you can call them rebuilding or what yet.
Florida definitely is going to.
They have to.
Uh-huh.
If they don't, people are getting fired.
Yeah.
Again.
So.
Right.
I got it now. I got it figured out.
Let's go with Jared Froman for 5. I think the Wings will slightly exceed expectations this year, but I still think they miss the playoffs. 6th or 7th place from the Atlantic suits them. I don't think the Wings are going to be in the basement again. I would say roughly 11th or 12th in the Eastern Conference. I could see that. Which isn't great, but still they're still in like that grace period, especially with the new GM. And plus, they have some bad contracts they're still trying to work themselves out of. Like, it's the last year of Daly, it's the last year of Erickson. Jimmy Howard might be gone after this year. You might be looking to dangle, perhaps. Abdelkader if you can.
Oh, there's GRIFFLIX.
Yep, I see him right now.
He's making noise. Speak, young man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, this thing gets a little tough after trying to get it to settle in.
Yeah, just sorry about that, guys.
Nah, don't worry about it, dude.
All right.
Hey,
Cool.
There's no apologies here. Only we just take the money. We just accept it. All right.
Cool.
Let's see here.
I'm at the second Jared Froman right now for 10.
Yeah,
the
read that
Wings
one.
need at least one more season of developing before they can be competitive. As a Grand Rapids native, I watched their young talent develop, and most of them are ready for a spot on the Wings roster. And, like, that would be, I feel, for me, like, you're looking at, like, Philip Zadina and Joe Valeno. Those are your big, like, guys right now. Andrei Svechnikov, he hasn't really developed, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't like how this stream is going, man. I'm gonna have to change up some luck here.
Well, that's what the Snake Eyes is for, man. What can you say?
Saving the stash midstream. That's what's happening. I'm pulling a Pete Alonso. I'm trying to change the luck of this stream here. Let's see here. We get it all? All right. Dumpster fire history. The first mustache removal in the history of the stream.
That's usually reserved for fundraisers.
There we go. All right, now I get to, let's see if we can finish out the stream strong here.
Where can I see you guys? Like, where can I see you guys?
You got to go on to the actual stream on YouTube right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll send a link to you, man.
All right. Use my code point20. Yeah, that's better. See, no more dirt lip. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some picks and read snapper chats at the same time.
Oh, perfect.
Do everything that we can. But this year, because everyone gave us all their paycheck money on Tuesday, there's going to be much less snapper chats.
Well, that's a good thing because we can actually talk more.
Yeah, we can actually talk about these picks right here. So the way I have it here on the right, you got to go to the Dumpster Fire YouTube channel, GRIFFLIX, so you can see what's actually happening.
I'm here now.
Okay.
Yeah, I see everything now.
Yeah, now you see me with my naked face over here. And then what we'll do is we'll go through each division with the division champs and then decide the wild cards. And then Paul Feinstein messaged me his picks today. And I know Kevin wants to get in on the picks, but because GRIFFLIX is here, we're only going to keep it me, you, and GRIFFLIX, because last time we had 4 or 5 people. It just gets to be too much, and we want to deliver the best experience for the listeners. It's not that I don't like you, Kevin. In fact, I love you secretly, but we're trying to keep it, we're trying to enforce rules, okay? And then we'll bring on Jared at the end, Jared Russell and Kevin as well. So, sure, if you stick around, Kevin. But let's start with, where'd you leave off, by the way?
I left off with, I'm currently at Beast of Metal 1989 after the 2 Jared Fromans.
Okay, read that one and then we'll get started.
Definitely. Beast of Metal 1989. If you could tell, this guy has a very anti-Lightning boner because he's a fan of the Norfolk Admirals. Doesn't like how they screwed him. As for you, Tampa, you had one mission this offseason. In the process of burning your entire organization to the ground, starting with Julian Brisebum and going until the prospects in Syracuse were fully purged. You failed.
Every damn time the Rangers score, the Winnipeg scores. It's
Winnipeg has an offense.
Yeah, well, so does the Rangers apparently. Trouba has a goal, Zibanejad, Panarin scored, and Mark Stahl. So Zibby scored. And then
see what we have in this game. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but see what we have in this game. We got 2 teams that have like lethal offenses, but like literally work in progress with defense.
Yeah, their defenses were New York's defense was a mess last year.
Yeah, and it's still like they got Trouba and they got
Like
they got
Shea's pretty
Trouba,
good.
they got Brady Shea, they got all those guys. But it's still relatively young.
Those are not lockdown defenders, by the way. Those are
Yeah.
offensive-minded defenders that, they play that smooth, sort of silky, like, hey, we're out here to finesse the defense and then create offensive chances from our defense. They are not lockdown defenders at all. They basically got Shea's clone in Trouba, and it's they're very top heavy, and it's going to be one of those years where they're going to score 5 goals and still lose is what's going to happen.
That's why I said I wasn't crazy about calling the rebuild over, because I mean you still need more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really high on them before, and then I looked at the roster and I looked at the lines and I saw that Brendan Smith is playing forward, and then I was like, yeah, this is a bad look, guys.
I'm surprised he's still a thing in New York.
Oh my gosh, I had to dial my optimism back so hard. I was like, oh, we're fucked.
I was thinking more because you still have Mark Stahl. I thought that would be the reason.
Oh, that traffic cone, Mark Stahl?
Yeah, that traffic cone.
I call him the anchor because he's anchored with his no move clause. He's just like, fucking trade me. Yeah, okay, no. Yeah.
Hey, they traded Milan Lucic. Anything is possible.
That's true. There's a buyer for everything, right? There's a buyer. Okay, so let's start in the Atlantic Division. We're going to name our Atlantic Division winner. So Tree, it's on you first. Actually, I'm going to put GRIFFLIX second so that I can go last. So I can cheat off everyone's answers. And who's going to win the Atlantic there, Tree? Who do you think?
I'm still going to say Tampa Bay because they're a good regular season team, yet have learned nothing and will probably flop in the playoffs again.
Yeah, they're going to be a good regular season team. What about you, Griffey? Who do you think's going to win the Atlantic Division?
It's really no contest. Tampa again. It's from top to bottom. It's Braden Point coming back now. They've got all these. They still got basically the same team from last year, minus a few veterans. So, and they still got Vasilevsky. They still got Kucherov. They still got whatever.
Yeah. What did they lose? They didn't lose.
They lost JT Miller.
They lost JT Miller. Well, they got a first-round pick for JT Miller too.
Yeah.
But they lost JT Miller. They lost Dan Girardi retired, but that's addition by subtraction.
Didn't they lose Coburn too?
Yeah. Coburn and Strawman, but that's also
those guys are all old,
man. Dude, I wouldn't have paid him 5.5 for
They're built for the regular season. They lost Steve Yzerman and his wizard-like trade deadline moves. That's what they lost. Picking up more ex-Rangers. I guess they lost Steve Yzerman and his direct line to Jeff Gordon for ex-Rangers.
They signed Shattenkirk.
Oh yeah. That's right.
That's right. We wanted fucking Shattenkirk. All right. Paul took Tampa as the winner. I'm going to take Tampa, by the way, because they are built for the regular season. For sure. Those guys. All right. Where were we on the Snapper chats?
We were on another Beast of Metal.
Okay.
5. Have fun reenacting the CBJ series on a nightly basis until you ship off the core for pennies on the dollar and go on to another 10-year rebuild, Lightning.
This is the year. They have to win, right? They have to win.
That's the only way the jokes are going to end.
Yeah.
That is the only way.
Yeah. It feels like Washington. Remember when Washington had the biggest? They got Kevin Shattenkirk in 2017. And then they went all the way. Then that was the team that was going to do it. Go all the way.
They lost to the Penguins again.
Lost to the Penguins again.
Yep.
And then the next year, when no one kind of really,
because they lost a lot of their depth. That's why nobody counted on them.
Yeah, that's the way the NHL works now. Is when people forget about you is when you win. Just like last year with St. Louis, they came out of nowhere and won a cup.
Yeah. Tampa still hasn't lost their depth though.
Yeah.
It all depends on. It all goes back to just. I don't know what else to say.
John Cooper's got to coach better, don't you think?
He's got to adjust.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they didn't really face any adversity at all. Last year, you win 62 games, you don't really face any adversity, and then when they run into a team that plays defensive system like Columbus did, they just kind of shut they shut down. Like they didn't know what to
Yeah.
do.
They never recovered from that game 1 blow up.
Yeah, you think they're gonna after the first period, you're just like, oh my god, this
I'm
team's
like, yeah, they're gonna get
steamroll
crushed.
through, and then there you go,
You
get
know?
swept. It's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't
So
learn.
hopefully that
Sometimes some systems are poison for teams, though. You know, like a team that loves to get out in the open and run up and down the ice, and then another team plays like a 1-3-1 and just fucks with them like that. Like,
Hi, Barry Trotz.
yeah. Mason Mahoney, I can't bug y'all tonight, but y'all are great. Thank you. He's talking about you specifically, GRIFFLIX. That's he knew that you were coming on the show, so no. I love Mason. He's a great contributor to the show. And this is hilarious. So somebody sent $5 and retracted it, but this next fucking Snapchat from Mason, we call them Snapchats, by the way. What the hell? Look at this photograph. So do you know what that is in reference to? I don't know if where you're based out of, GRIFFLIX. Are you in Canada?
No, I'm actually based in the States.
Okay. So Donald Trump tweets out a meme basically that says, "Look at this photograph," which was hilarious.
Oh, God.
And
all you had to do was say all you had to do was say Donald Trump tweets out a meme.
Right,
and
but
you had me.
It was Joe Biden denying that he knew anything about his son and his business dealings, and then he had an editor or someone put together that meme, or I don't know if he took it from somewhere else, but he tweeted it out, and it was Nickelback doing the "look at this photograph," and it was a photograph of Joe Biden playing golf with some Ukrainian like oil magnate with his son, and it was one of the. Our president, it's like Sports Talk Barry got elected as our president, and that's what we've got here.
He's one of the finest shit posters we've ever had.
Yes, like he's a world record shit poster. Like no one will ever top him. He goes into the Mount Rushmore of shit posters. There's Sports Talk Barry. There's Donald Trump. Who else is a mass? O.J. Simpson gets on the Mount Rushmore of shit posters.
I'd say probably Lenny Dykstra, Jose Canseco.
Yeah. You don't think someone like Skip Bayless goes on the Mount Rushmore?
He's more a hot take, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's a hot taker. He's not a shit poster though. Look at this photograph. and then the second part of the story is it got claimed. It got a copyright claim.
Jesus.
It's just all so stupid. This is what America has become, and we all love it. I think it's hilarious. The citizen in me is terrified, but the humorist in
Dude, the
me,
shit poster in me loves this,
Right.
and just watching everyone melt down over it.
right. I'm like, our country is definitely gonna riot at some point. Like it's gonna be terrible.
I'll just sit back and enjoy the flames until they take me out too.
Yes. All right. So who's gonna finish second in the Atlantic?
Toronto.
All right. Tree just said Toronto.
I would say Toronto too. So
Got it. Yeah, it's. I just think like now that everybody's together and they got everybody in the core together. They got Tyson Barrie, Frederick Anderson. I think is like probably I think he plays a lot, plays too much for my liking, but he's an upper echelon goalie, and if they can find just something behind him, like a backup goalie to relieve him from starts, because they have Michael Hutchinson, I think, right now, which is like not the best. Not the best.
Yeah,
He's
position
like
to have.
AHL
He's
caliber.
no James Reimer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they wanted to, I mean, I don't know if he has a place in Carolina. If they want to eat up some salary, I mean, they can't. But
I'm gonna be a little different than you guys. I'm gonna say that the Bruins finished second in the Atlantic. For some reason, Toronto, they won last night. They beat up on the fucking Senators, but
it's the Senators. But Toronto is weird to me. Like, this is the year they need to do it, because look at how much they've invested in 4 players. $40.5 million for 5 years.
Yeah, but that's not
That
how it
screams
works.
cap hell.
It's not how it works.
Have you looked at their cap friendly, like on their defense?
Oh yeah,
They
it's
have nothing-
Cousins
they have
up for
nothing
contract.
nothing
Barry's up for contract. I mean, you have Sandin probably for another 2 years, and Morgan Riley for another 2 years. So you're in trouble.
Yeah. Does Marner have a deal? He does, right?
And Marner, he got Matthews money.
Oh
He
my
got
gosh.
like 11 million for
they
what,
got
6 years?
How much is tied up in
Yeah.
Marner, Nylander, and Matthews?
I calculated it when it started. It's like Tavares is like 12.
Oh, and Tavares.
Marner has 11 and a half. Matthews is 11, and I think Nylander after this big deal, it's like around 7.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you're at like 40.5 million for 5 years.
Their pants are
The only
around
one you
their
can really
ankles.
trade is Nylander.
Yeah, Nylander's gone. Nylander's gone. Their pants. They're walking around. They're getting a penguin blowjob.
Dude, let's put it this way: either you're trading William Nylander or Morgan Riley. I don't know which one's easier to trade off. Nylander.
Do you know that joke about the penguin blowjob? You don't know? Do you know that one?
Nah.
Oh, that's a joke that I can't. It's a physical comedy joke. I can't tell it on the stream. Sucks. All right. Beast of Metal 1989 for $10. 2018-2019 Syracuse Crunch TBL record 47-21-4-4, 102 point standings. AHL second Eastern Conference, second North Division, first playoff result. Lost in division semis 1-3 versus the Cleveland Monsters. Ooh, Cleveland Monster sounds like a sex act or something, you know? Like, hey, I gave a girl a Cleveland Monster. But, yes, so there's Beast of Metal again, hating on all of Tampa's minor league system. He just really hates
Dude, he
Tampa.
has a massive grudge against because they picked over the Norfolk Admirals. I think that's the huge reason why.
He's got a fucking axe to grind with those people.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an axe to grind. All right. And I'm going to read this Jared Froman. Why not? So we can clear out some more of these. Congratulations, Predators. Your second game is against the Wings, a doormat of a team who often treats you like their doormat. Ooh, yeah, the Wings. Hey, did you see the Dylan Larkin commercial where he's talking about how big his ass is?
The pants commercial. Yeah,
I heard about
that's
that.
most hockey players' issues in general.
Sidney Crosby has some amazing thighs. He's got some very, very meaty thighs.
Nothing will beat Jaromir Jagr. Nothing will beat Jaromir Jagr.
He had
him too. Yeah.
Quads.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think I was listening to 31 Thoughts and 31 Thoughts podcast, and they said San Luis Cavs were absolutely insane. Like when he was playing, like for his size, like it was unreal.
Yeah. Dude, if I have legs like that, I've done something right in my life.
Yeah, those dudes could probably break a watermelon between their thighs. You know, some Japanese weird, some Axis porn type shit. All right.
I remember a story from the Penguins back in the mid 2000s. There was a guy named Konstantin Koltsov. Had no hands but could skate like the wind. They needed to buy a new leg press machine because he maxed it.
Wow.
So
I bet you even little guys like Johnny Gaudreau have huge legs. That's all they use.
It's a fast-paced sport. You have to have huge legs, especially in a speed-based game like today.
Yeah, they really don't use their upper body that much. I mean, to get in position is more their thing. All right, who's going to finish third in the Atlantic? This is a tough one. So Tree's going to go Boston. All right.
I'm going to go Boston too.
Yeah.
It's nothing against the Bruins. It's just I feel like Toronto is just gonna be faster. And
I felt like last year was their shot, at least to me.
What, Toronto?
No, Boston.
Oh, Boston. Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think they're gonna fall quickly like Boston, but with that core that's growing in age. With Chara, I think Chara's 42 now, 41.
He's old, yeah. That last year was his window.
He got burned.
It was his window.
Yeah, and I don't think Bergeron and Marchand will age that terribly. If they're together with Pasternak, because Pasternak's kind of the guy that might keep them young, like Gensel does with Crosby. So, I think they're still gonna be there. In the thick of it, but I think it's Toronto's time to kind of usurp and get to second.
Is that thick with 2 C's? All right. Paul picked Florida as third in the Atlantic. Interesting. Very interesting.
As I said, I see them. They have to do well, but like Florida, I definitely consider for that spot.
All right. Read this next Snapchat tree while I go get a glass of water.
I can from Alex Moreno, a longtime contributor. What's up, man? Got to conserve cash today for remodeling the house. Go Kings, Rams, Dodgers. I'll likely be watching this at work. 5 needs some turtle wax for his luscious scene on his glorious dome. You guys rock. Well, trust me, I mean, 5, you do need that. I know he's taking out the water, but that's really about it.
What do I need?
You need some turtle wax for the luscious sheen on your glorious head.
All right. So you read Alex's first. He gave us a shit ton of money on Tuesday when we were talking NFL. So I forgive you, Alex. Nobody has to give us money. Let's be clear about that. This is all voluntary here.
Maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome. That's
yeah. We'd be the worst kidnappers / captors ever. We'd be like, are you okay in there? Like, do you need it? Are you hungry? You should just go. All right. Metro Division. Who's going to win the Metro Division? Wow. It's tough.
Interesting. Like, you can go so many ways with that.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty wide open, but I think I know my answer.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just say it. I think the Caps again.
Yeah, I don't see
thinking Caps too.
Yeah.
Like that's the one that's like really sticking out, but like barely. I don't think it's going to be as convincing.
Yeah, Go ahead.
I think you guys might be surprised at my second and third teams, though.
Oh, you'll be surprised by mine. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go Washington as well. And then Paul, what did Paul select? He picked the Caps because he's a Islanders fan. All right, Washington. That's easy. Now, here comes the hard part. Who's going to finish second?
I'm going to go Carolina.
Wow.
They look really good. I like their depth. I like the way they performed last year. If Miraja can keep up his pace, I think they can get set.
You stole my thunder. I literally was going to say the same thing.
You said Carolina too. Holy shit. Yeah. No, I'm going to surprise everyone. If you guys think that Carolina's a surprise, I'm going with the New Jersey Devils.
Devils would be my number 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's me too. The Devils number 2. I like what they've done. They're coming off a pretty good year, and they added PK Subban, who, argue what you want, everywhere he goes, he wins. I mean, you
also have to remember Corey Schneider has really turned the table, so he's gotten back to form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was literally gonna bring that up too. Like I was
seeing a tweet. Let me look it up.
Sorry,
he got off.
Yeah, he was on that
Schneider
big losing streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looked burnt for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm glad he got back to it.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, looks like the Rangers are going to stay tied. They're tied with 5 minutes left. Lightning.
I got it right now. It's from Corey Masisak. Corey Snyder, since returning in February from an abdominal injury / slack accents after hip surgery. Sorry, that. 0.921% save percentage in 17 regular season games. 0.92 save percentage in 6 World Championship games. And a 0.951 save percentage in 4 preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
It's a little small sample size, but it's really good to see. It's good to see like him kind of showing that because I think he's healthier now. Like he had some bad hips for a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he was really injury prone for a long time, and I was thinking like, oh no, like he carried the Devils for such a long time, and now he just.
Yeah.
He was one of them. He was one of the more like underrated, like elite, like actually elite goalies too.
Right.
Well, that's what happens when you're behind Roberto Luongo and on a bad team like the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was, and he had to fill some big shoes. You know, he had to fill Brodor's shoes, and he just came in and did it. But you know, he sacrificed a lot of his body in the process. But hopefully, he can stay healthy, and that's why I'm picking him number 2. Where were we on the Snapper chats?
We are on Flylatory.
Yes. Go ahead, read it.
Yep. Is Tampa an entirely different league again?
No, I don't think they proved last year that no one's in a different league, no matter what. 62 wins? Yeah, fuck you. Basically, is what the playoffs say. They don't care. So I'm gonna.
I was a
say
bit
no.
skeptical on them from the playoffs anyway, but I did not expect that.
Okay, don't lie though. When they were up 3-0 in game 1, you're like, "Yep, they're gonna steamroll the Blue Jackets," and then
All did.
and then they proceeded to swallow. Instead of sniffing salts on the bench, they took a laxative and they proceeded to take a dump all over the ice. That's what happened.
Pretty much.
Beast of Metal 1989 for $20. Florida hockey as a whole is special. Hey, easy. We're trying to get us demonetized here. Just look at the Panthers, an organization whose most relevant aspect is their small, unwitting role in the rise of a certain pint-sized, donut-terrorizing pop music monstrosity. Who's he referring to there? Pint-sized donut terrorizing pop music monstrosity. Maybe he's talking about.
You're probably talking Ariana Grande.
Oh,
That's who I was thinking of.
oh, like or
She got hit by a puck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Didn't she ride the Zamboni? Oh yeah, it was that story.
She's a tiny little
Trying to
person.
remember.
Mia Khalifa's boob got deflated from a puck. You know that story?
Speaking of which, does anyone seriously believe she only made $15K from that?
No. I don't believe that for a second. She's just trolling. Those porn stars make bank.
I don't know. Looks like your Rangers just scored 5-4.
Ah, yes. And they'll probably give it up in like 2 minutes, you know, but at least.
Brett Howden.
Yeah. Ooh. Who the fuck is that? No, I'm just kidding.
He was the guy you acquired from the Lightning.
Yeah.
Do you know what trade?
Yeah. But, all right. Who's going to finish third in the Metro, Tree? You've got Washington and Carolina so far.
New Jersey.
All right. New Jersey. Good pick. Griff? Is he dead? Did he die?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You cut out for
cool.
a second. Who'd you
Cool.
pick?
I think probably I said New Jersey too. Like I love the Gusev move. I love Subban. Jack Hughes, of course. Could have had him. I could have had him.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Who's your squad?
Yeah,
we can hear you, man. Just because we don't laugh at everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Jack Hughes. The Wings were one loss away against the Devils. They played the Devils at the end of the year, and they beat the Devils, and they finished with 2 points. They finished 2 points better than the Devils.
Yeah.
Red Wings won the battle but lost the war.
Yes, definitely. They went on this 8 out of 10 wins to end the year, and I was just like, oh my god,
Like,
what are you doing? Oh yeah, but Jersey. They're a watchable team. I love how the New York, New Jersey things it's really gonna be interesting, like going forward. Like the Rangers might not be there yet, but they've got a lot of guys coming and they gotta grow up, but it's gonna be interesting. I like that. I like the Jersey Rangers rivalry kind of renewing like that. When both
I don't
guys
know
are
how
good,
there's
they're
a
good.
rivalry. I mean, we beat them once in '94, and then they proceeded to shit all over us for the rest of all time. New Jersey has broken our hearts.
If you keep
so
throwing
many
Matto in front of them, they'll still get PTSD from it.
Yeah, the Matto thing, that's the only thing we can say. But they're like, oh, yeah, remember that time when Henrique said it was over? You know, when your Lord and Savior Henrik Lundqvist was sprawled out like Mia Khalifa on the ice, and they scored. Yeah, that was hurtful.
That was one of the weirdest Stanley Cup finals.
Oh,
Jersey and LA.
Yeah, with the Kings just trouncing them. Yeah, that was pretty ugly, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I was rooting, as a
Cold
Rangers
versus
fan,
LA?
I was rooting for the Kings so hard. Who's going to finish third in the Metro for me? I am going to say the Isles. The Islanders.
Islanders?
Yes.
Hmm.
They didn't get any worse. I don't see them
Oh,
getting
God.
worse. And
I want to see how Varlamov does instead of Lehner, because a lot of their performance was Robin Lehner playing like.
Yeah, he did play out of his mind, but they scored the goals when they needed to.
I mean, the defensive structure will be there. I like Trotz's system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Varlamov is very inconsistent.
He is. He is.
Like, he'll have the moment where he's just like, he's dominant, and then he'll just give up like 4 goals a game for a month. Like,
so was Leonard for a little bit, like in Buffalo.
Yeah, and then as I said, like, he got his like act together.
Yeah, then he went into the system. Like yeah, it's really interesting. Like, you're really gonna see like if that system's like it's. I think it's proven to be legit, but like it kind of helps goalies, like insulates them and helps them have career years.
That's the
You
thing
don't
about
have to get any
hockey,
high risk shots. So you mostly, if you're just taking shots from the point, easier to save unless it's a deflection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hockey is a system where, I mean, yeah, you can implement almost any system as long as you got the people that can execute it. It's not like football where, you know, you're running intricate offenses and blitzes and different packages. Like, yeah, if you run a trap, you run a trap. Like, if you're faster down the ice, you're faster down the ice. I don't see as much. I mean, yeah, Trotz runs a good system, but he does get his players to buy in and execute on it. That's the difference versus the actual system. Who's your first wild card, Tree?
I got to think about this. I am. Shoot.
Well, I know one of them, but
I gotta go Florida.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I was gonna say Florida. He's going with the Panthers. Who do you like, Griff?
Florida for sure. They gotta make. They have to.
Yeah. I say this every year, and they keep letting me down. But if they don't do it this year, they might be blowing some stuff up.
They have to delete their franchise. I'm going to go with Carolina as mine. And I think Paul had Philly. Wow, he put in Philly as one of his wild cards.
Philly is a shot if Carter Hart can stay healthy.
That's the guy that they've been waiting for, man.
Yeah, that and Shane Gostisbehere, Ivan Provorov, they got to be better. They got to be way better than last year.
Shane Gostisbehere is like a trade rumor every like 4 or 5 days.
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Like he was well on his way to be like being one of the.
He looked like a superstar 3 years ago.
Better power play quarterbacks in the league, and I think this year like it's going to be interesting because they have 3 different head coaches coming in to kind of like write the shit. What was it? Yo, AV, and
and I want to say Mike. Who else was it? Shoot.
Michel Therrien.
Talk about
like
the retread factory.
Hard ass, and hard ass.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Interesting. Gostisbehere to me
is a nice coach for a young up and developing team. I don't know if that's what Philly. Therrien would be better on like a Buffalo or an Arizona or like even like Vancouver.
Yeah, he's like a fixer, you know. He's like someone that just comes in and cleans up. Like he's like,
yeah, that's what he did with the Penguins.
Yeah. All right, let's read some Snapchats. GN for 5. I've been subbed to you, Tree, since 2017. Keep making good content. Tree, only took you 4 hours to jinx the Braves. Why not pick the Dodgers to win the World Series?
Because the Dodgers and Kenley Jansen have not been the same. Kenley Jansen might cost them a World Series trip. I am really disappointed with the Braves. I thought they wouldn't choke this early. I am really disappointed with them.
Is the game over?
No, yeah, they won. Cardinals won 7-6.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, baseball's kind of dead in my town, so
Tigers fan. Yeah. Dude, it's I don't know what's worse, being a Tigers fan or a Pirates fan. Like it's weird.
Oh God, I think what's the number one pick next year? Torkelson, I think, is the guy, like the big first baseman. Yeah. At least
you have some decent pitchers coming through the farm, but it's gonna take a while. The rebuild's not going well.
Positional players. I need positional players.
You can never go wrong with pitching, though. All right, Tiger89 FPE. Looks like a couple of our teams are playing each other. I might be an Ohioan, but go Jets. Oh, he's talking about the Winnipeg Jets. I think is that game over yet? There was a minute left. End of regulation. The Rangers added an empty netter, and the Rangers are 1-0 to start the season. Using
Yeah, well, my Pens lost and looked completely goddamn lifeless against the Sabres.
Pens are not making the playoffs. It is.
Oh, of course not, dude.
It is going to be an ugly year in Pittsburgh.
Dude, I could go on for 10 to 15 minutes about how JR's completely jackknifed the Penguins' identity. Yeah, Mike Sullivan wants to keep doing the same identity of speed, yet they don't have the personnel to do it.
Sorry to interrupt, but there's a real weird rift there. Like ever since that Malkin thing came out about Kessel, was that true?
I have no idea. Apparently that was false, and it was before that too. It's with Daniel Sprong, Ian Cole. Like there's a complete disconnect between coach and owner, or coach and GM.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, and they won
Ryan Reeves. There was another one.
Yeah. Well.
When they like kind of sent out players, just sent out, and then brought them in, like what JR's been like.
Yeah, like you bring in, you make these weird trades. They don't work, and then you make weirder trades to even undo those moves. Like, look at what happened with Ryan Reeves. You traded a first-round pick who became Klim Kostin. If he becomes anything, hey, you know who else he gave up? Oscar Sundqvist.
Yep.
And he became really good. I like Sundqvist. I wanted him to be a bottom sixer here. And then the guy we pick, his career got derailed in the second round because of concussions. And he just recently retired. Zach Lauzon.
Really?
He hadn't played for a couple years. He was at camp, and then he just announced retirement. Like concussions wrecked him.
Yikes!
I forgot there was a football game on too. Holy shit!
Yeah, Seattle's winning right now. I think last I checked.
What a night for sports.
14-6 looks like it might be 17-6 now. No, he missed.
Division game too. All right, read some Snapchats. Earn your pay, Tree.
Oh, come on, be quiet. Let's go to Tiger89. I'm sorry, Aaron Sherwood for $2. Did you see the Lockett catch from a few minutes ago? And they're talking about the Tyler Lockett. I did not either. I'll probably catch it on the replay.
Yes. And read this Dodger of Zion one.
Yep, Dodger of Zion. 3 days until the Eagles game. Ag is still dunking me over Harper. Also, why the hell do the Flyers start their season in Prague?
Yeah.
But I think it's like an international thing. You know, they've had some games in Sweden. They've had a couple games in like Finland, England. They debated China.
They had an excuse to send Jillian to Prague. Is what it is. They wanted to send her out there.
Hey, if she wants to make that dollar, hey, more power to her. She gets to see her own beautiful city, apparently.
SeatGeek sent us to Dallas. No one sent us to another country yet. So I'm a little jelly right now. You know.
Well, is Canada technically another country?
That's true. We did go to
Hamilton, Ontario.
It's America Light is what it is. Okay, let's just get that clear right here, buddies. Look at this photograph. Anyway, all right, let's round out the playoffs here in the East. Tree, who's your second wild card? Who's going to make it in?
There are too many ways I can go. You can make the argument for Philly. You can make the argument for Montreal. You can make the argument for the Islanders. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can go about this.
Blue Jackets, sleeping on them.
Not with their goaltending question.
This is so wide open this year.
Elvis.
Merzlikins is he really ready though?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Like it's
Merzlikins need another year or two.
Yeah, in all seriousness. Yeah, in all seriousness, like Jonas Corposalo, like he has not been good since like
he hasn't developed.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to be the future and he just hasn't come.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I love their defense, and like the forwards left, even though they lost like Panarin, Duchesne, Dzingel, and what was that last one?
Everyone.
Bobrovsky,
yeah. Even though they lost like up front, the depth up front, like they still got Josh Anderson, they still got Atkinson, Dubois.
Texier looks pretty good.
Emil Bemstrom.
Other prospects coming the way too.
Yeah, Emil Bemstrom. Like he was the what was he? He played in the SHL. I think he led the league in scoring. I want to say. So that's interesting. So maybe he can become something. Yeah, I'm not going to count him out totally. Like, but this year I think, of course, they might take a step back. But like how the Jackets have just kind of just after they've.
Never
I see more mediocrity for them, I feel like.
Count Torts and his diving, trapping bullshit.
We'll see.
Shot blocking equals wins, okay?
Well, I mean, when you lose that much talent, it's gonna hurt you
I
no
know.
matter what.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being facetious. All right, who is it? Make a pick. God damn it.
I'm gonna go Montreal.
Okay. Wow. Montreal finally getting back in the playoffs.
I like their youth.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, I've shit on Bergevin for ages, but he's doing something right up there.
Yeah.
It depends if Carey Price can hold up.
Who was it that told Max Domi that he fucked his sister on the ice? I forget who said that. That was hilarious. But I like their talent. I do too. Okay. But GRIFFLIX, who you
You have to come back to me. I'm still thinking about
You're
it.
still thinking.
It's tough to get that last one,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
It's tough.
I am going
It's
to
tough.
go with. Oh, I already got mine. Mine's easy. Florida. I'm going with them as the second wild card, and then I think Paul in absentia had Toronto as a wild card. Interesting.
Toronto is a wild
Yeah,
card.
they're gonna sneak
Really?
in. They're gonna
That
sneak
is
in.
that is a hot take of hot takes.
He's spewing hot takes right here. But when you look at it, though, his list isn't that much different than ours. The only team he's got in there that is Philly. That's kind of an outlier. You know.
Okay, I think I got mine.
Okay. Who is it?
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Oh my god.
Pittsburgh, huh?
Are you
Yeah,
from
I don't think-
Pittsburgh?
I
You
don't.
need Matt Murray to play over his head.
Yes, for sure. But you can't. I just look at a team like that with that star power. Of course, they lost a lot of depth. Like I don't think they're gonna go far, but I don't want to say they're gonna completely fall out of the playoffs because
I think they just
Still
miss.
you still got.
Yeah.
It's close. It's gonna be close for sure. It's really gonna be close. But I think they just sneak in. Just again.
Like I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but like, there's nothing there that's really like eye popping to me. Like, there's a bunch of moves for the sake of making moves, but like the D's very slow. The forward core is very mishmash.
It's interesting.
Kind of aging. It's weird.
Yeah, you know more. You're a Penguins fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you probably know more than me. Like in terms of in depth, but I think I just look at Crosby Malkin, and I don't Crosby Malkin Gensel Letang, and sure it's a little bit top heavy, but like you said, just Matt Murray. Like if he plays well and those guys continue to play well, I think they can sneak in.
I think you sold me. I forgot about Malkin and Crosby. So
Crosby, I have no problems with. The question is Malkin because
he's got to be better. He's got to.
He likes to. He has these moments where he just gets completely reckless. It's frustrating as hell. Like, and he doesn't have like that game-breaking ability that he had, or he's starting to lose it.
Yeah.
You think so? Really?
No, kinda. But like he didn't have many of those game-taking over moments that he had.
Yeah, because like usually when I think of Evgeny Malkin, like, and when I watch Evgeny Malkin, like he looks like a man child. Like he'll go on those runs when it's just like insane. But like I do recognize, of course, those like cold spells. So who knows?
Yeah, but those cold spells usually correlate to him getting hurt of some kind.
Yeah,
getting hurt and his teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dog shit. He doesn't play through injuries well, you know. But of course, naturally, there's probably some like deep bone contusion that would put most of us in the hospital for several months. And he's out there playing hockey, but he doesn't fight off those injuries very well. Like some players, just they're always hurt and they don't give a fuck. Like he has, you know, I'm not gonna call him soft. That's unfair to him. But when he's hurt,
he's not soft.
He struggles for sure. But at the same time, he's out on the ice, you know, with probably broken bones of some kind. All right, let's get through some snapper chats here. 6-foot sniper, Canadian 699. Great stuff once again. Any chance of the Canucks making the playoffs? Ooh, we will cover that. It's Western Conference time.
Ooh,
everyone.
I cannot
Jacob
wait.
Hunziker literally said this in the chats. He said like Malkin apparently lost 17 pounds in the offseason.
Ooh, yeah, he looked pretty ripped in that Twitter.
Coming
photo.
into camp fresh. That's
that might be his revival.
Did he show up in a Brinks truck? Like, is that how do hockey players show up on a scooter? Like, there's like, all right,
They just come in a team bus.
Yeah, no.
Have you guys seen the Alexander Radulov's Instagram of him riding a scooter?
Really?
No.
My friend
I've
just
not.
my friend just sent me that a couple, like you just mentioned Scooter. My friend just sent me that a couple days ago.
Radulov
Laughing
to
my
me
ass
looks
off.
like if he wasn't a hockey player, he would be a serial killer. Like he would just be like, or
He
work
is-
for the
I-
mob.
He he is kind of crazy like when he scores, but I love the emotion that he shows when he
I like his
scores. Like
game.
it's so
Oh, man.
fun.
All right, Jared Brazel, you're welcome, guys, for making this suggestion of doing this thing tonight. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it. We did need to separate it. And he says he followed that up with, I mean, of doing a second night tonight. Jared will be on later. He will be on whenever we finish these goddamn predictions, which we're taking too long again. And I'm going to just read Dodger of Zion's here. I'm also having an afterburn after y'all's show. Oh, so she'll be streaming after that.
Yeah, she'll probably be playing some Jackbox.
Yeah, little Jackbox. So check her out. I'm going to be sleeping hard. All right. We are now at the Central Division. Who's going to win the Central? Ooh, this is so wide open. So wide open.
I agree. As I said, this is another interesting one.
Yep.
Nobody speak all at once now.
It is so even. Like I know who I'm gonna pick, but you guys are you're gonna hate on it. So
Well, I don't know what it is, so I can't really hate on it yet.
I'm gonna say the Avalanche. I'm going with Colorado.
I don't hate that.
I do not hate that one. I think they'll be really good.
Yeah, I like them. I like Colorado for sure. And then I think St. Louis is just too obvious. There's always the hangover. So
yeah, it's it's the same with Winnipeg. Winnipeg losing, like, you don't know when Dustin Byfuglien's coming back. Their defense is like totally gutted from last year.
Yeah, they gave him 6 goals.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To a Ranger team that has no depth.
The Jets team, that's were weird. You had all that time to prepare for that cap crunch, and yet you sit around and do nothing for months. It was weird.
I just like Colorado.
No idea.
Like I didn't get it.
Nate McKinnon is a fucking stud. All right, come on, guys, pick.
All right, I would say I'm gonna go Nashville.
Wow.
Nashville is a little different, but as I said, like
I think Kevin Von Michael.
it'll be
Magnum
close.
just
I feel
fucking
like
creamed
it'll be
himself.
between Nashville and Colorado.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think Kevin just nutted. All right.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go. God, it's between them. It's between those two. God. Probably Nashville. Okay.
All right, Nashville. Nashville. All right, I like that. And what did Paul pick? He picked.
You still got, even though they lost Subban, they still got a great defense. Just the question there is just getting more support scoring wise.
Yeah,
I would say their coaching's their biggest issue. I mean, what
Really?
their power play was. Well, their power play last year was
That's
a
true.
mess.
That's true.
So that and they didn't change
PK.
anything. So
Right.
like their structure was terrible, and it cost them the series against Dallas.
Didn't they get a new power play coach?
I
want
think
to
they
say they
replaced
got.
him, but like I don't think they replaced any of the assistants.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
Because they always banked on that point shot, and like that's fading from like it's fading. So
Right. Well,
about
they don't
set.
have. Yeah, there's no Weber and there's no Subban anymore. Like, who's going to deliver? Yossi's not that guy.
Yossi's not a shot guy. Ellis isn't a shot guy. I don't know much about Dante Fabro, but I don't think he has like a crazy shot either.
No, I don't know. All right, who's going to finish second then? If you pick Nashville,
Colorado.
okay, so you're going with
Easily Colorado.
Same
Colorado
for you?
too.
Yep, Colorado. I like Nashville. I'm just going to flip-flop those. And then Paul
Fair enough.
said the Blues. Paul went with the Blues. All right, interesting.
Not a bad pick.
Who's
Like,
going to
it's-
finish third? Who's going to finish third?
I would say Blues.
All right, St. Louis. Yeah, it's very top-heavy after you decide who the first one is.
St. Louis is very well-rounded, but they
Actually-
don't have like that oomph.
Yeah.
But that well-roundedness got them a cup.
Griffey, who you got?
I'm gonna go Dallas. At
Wow,
3.
that I was gonna pick Dallas, but I'm like, wow, are they really that good to bounce? Like, is St. Louis really gonna drop down to a wild card?
I'm really
After-
banking on I might be making a big mistake, but I'm really banking on Rupe Hintz really developing as a 2C this year.
The
Yeah,
issue with Dallas is they're really old and they're banking on Ben Bishop not getting it.
Benny Bish.
So it's very high risk, high reward.
Yeah, the Sagan and Ben didn't really have good years last year. It'd be fair to expect them to come back.
Yeah, their owner ripped on them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that I forgot about. I
still
forgot
made
about
the
that.
Culture of
playoffs.
mediocrity.
They still
Yeah, I
made-
forgot about
That was a
that.
huge question last year.
Mm.
They still they advanced past the first round, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
faced Nashville.
Yeah, they got what did they get? They actually got help for
Pavelski,
their first line.
Corey Perry.
They actually got
and,
help for their
Andre
first line.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep forgetting Andre Shakira is still in the league.
Yeah, like as I said, like Corey Perry and Andre Shakira in Stars uniforms.
It's so
That's weird.
slow, dude.
Yeah,
All right.
Perry won't be like I kind of like him as a 1-year guy. Like he was just a cap parasite like on
He just
on
gets
Anaheim.
injured too often.
Yeah, like if he can just kind of he got hurt at the beginning of the year, didn't he? He's going to miss a
He
couple
got
weeks.
hurt. He got hurt last year. He got hurt. I think he's on IR now.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt you. Well, it doesn't hurt you like if it's 1 year, but I think he's kind of like in that like Thomas Vanek range where he could either be kind of like a dependable guy in like low activity situations, or he could just like not do anything. So we'll see about that.
Which is Vanek in the league, or is he still? I don't think he got
I
a
don't
tryout.
know. Yeah, hold on. Somebody look that up. Thomas Vanek.
That up right now. Tommy Vanek, hired gun, unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted. Yeah, he's done.
He got a decent year last year.
Yeah. Tree, read
by
some,
hired gun standards.
read some snapper chats
I
Craig
can,
Skiff.
sir.
for 20.
Let's go with
An
Craig
hour.
Skiff.
Mhm.
What's up, Craig? UT and 5 points. Love the dumpster fire stream. Cody Glass looked good last night in between Stone and Patches. Think Vegas may come out of the West. Also been to 2
Ooh.
Vegas games. Nothing like it in my life. Cheers.
Nice.
We're gonna
Cody
talk
Glass
about
did look
Vegas.
good last
Yeah,
night.
we're gonna talk about Vegas in a little bit. They just keep getting better, and it's frustrating that a team only 3 years old is so fucking good. Cody
I
Glass.
figured the cap
is
hell would
fucking-
hurt them more
Yeah.
because, they've re-signed Carlson and then they had to shed off a couple
Yeah.
nice depth pieces.
The only
get rid of it.
question is, how much is left in the tank in the net? How much is left there? And speaking of that, who's going to win the Pacific Division?
I'm going to say Vegas.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one here. I
Mm.
think.
You have one of the best lines in the league. You got to go Vegas. I think you got to go Vegas too. Like for me too, because I love that. I love how you can just interchange like Cody Glass. Like I think Eakin's hurt right now, but you can interchange like Stastny and Cody Glass like on the first 2 lines if you want, and it's a really great top 6 that they have.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to go with Vegas. I was going to try to get sexy. I was going to be cute and say like the Flames, but it's Vegas. We all know it. We're not stupid. Why is that there? Huh, that's weird. Special character. Oh, there we go. And then what did Paul pick? He had Vegas. Oh, that's the only unanimous. Oh, besides Washington and Tampa Bay. Okay. Let's read 2 more Snapchats.
That I can, sir. For Flylatory, for 2, Calder snub Miro Heiskanen looking good again. Lol. It's another thing I forgot about Dallas. Heiskanen looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Matthew Anthony for 5. The World Series will be Yankees and Cardinals because God hates us all. Worst would be Yankees Dodgers.
Yankees Dodgers in the most like Rob Manfred's fucking wet dream is the Yankees Dodgers. He's like, oh, give me both markets. Give me
The
both
ratings,
markets.
yes. And the insufferable fan bases,
Uh-huh.
yes. Oh my God, here comes John Boy that's going to be talking about the World Series and
Right.
lip reading.
Right.
Yes,
He's going to be
ratings.
like, Clayton Kershaw drinks Gatorade in the dugout. A breakdown. That's what's going to happen. That John Boy will break down.
Now coming to Johnny Rockets, Savages in the box for $9.99 only at Yankee Stadium.
All right, read this last Trevor J, and then we'll get going on some more picks.
Trevor J. Tree, thoughts on New Jersey Devils and the NHL HG coming soon? Like I said, I like what the Devils are doing. If they can keep getting goaltending from Corey Schneider, I think they could be a formidable foe.
Yep.
I think the issue I had with them last year is they didn't do anything. And I think they noticed that this year because like none of their core is really developed besides Blake Coleman, maybe Severson. But you still have some nice pieces there. You have Hischier and Jack Hughes down the wings. Nikita Gusev is really high risk, high reward. And this is the year they have to do something because Taylor Hall is in his last year. And you got to make sure you have that audition to keep him around.
Former #1 overall. What is NHL HG? What is that? Am I being ignorant? What do I know? What is
a heritage game, probably.
Oh, okay.
It's the only thing I can think of.
All right, and then Uncultured Barbarian, I'll read this one. Cheer up 5 points, it could be worse. I live in Wisconsin, and we don't have a team, so I follow the skating mediocrity that is the Wild. Yeah, that is pretty sad that Milwaukee or Wisconsin doesn't have a team. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh.
Milwaukee is an AHL team, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Milwaukee would be an interesting market.
Yeah, it would be. It's not. I don't think it's big enough to support an entire NHL team.
I mean, you have the stadium for it. If you can transfer the basketball stadium into a hockey
Pfizer
arena too.
Center, whatever fits the. It's a financial.
Pfizer, I think.
Yeah. Pfizer.
I like Milwaukee as a city. So
I've only been there once. Pacific Division, second place. Tree.
Oh, as I said, it's between San Jose and Calgary for me. Like, I'm just trying to figure out if, like, San Jose will age a little more gracefully, or will Calgary's youth get the best of it?
Make a decision.
I'm going to say San Jose.
All right. The San Jose Sharks.
That high. Okay.
I said, like, I mean, I might be a little higher on some of San Jose's players. They're my second favorite team. But as I said, like, I like their high-end core, like Timo Meyer, Logan Couture, Kevin LeBanc. Like, they always pull up these undrafted Europeans out of their ass. Like, now it's like Daniil Yurtaikin, Leon Bergman, Lucas Radil. I'm like, who the hell is Daniil Yurtaikin, and why is he doing well now? What the fuck?
They had, they Marcus Sorensen last year comes out of nowhere, scores like 17 goals
years ago. And oh look, there's
All right, I'm gonna go with Calgary, by the way. And I'll wait for GRIFFLIX to pick his.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Calgary too. Oh yeah, didn't say a pick. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Calgary.
All right, cool.
Paul is just spewing hot takes here. He picks the Yotes.
Coyotes.
Yes, to go second.
I like them as a wild card shot, but
well, they got
not as a division leader.
No, actually, I got that wrong. He went with the Sharks. Sorry.
Okay.
He's not even here to defend himself. All right.
It's like number 2 Coyotes. I'll be like, what the hell are you smoking? Come on. I like the Coyotes.
Yep. All right, and let's round them out. Let's round out the threes. Who's going to finish third, Tree?
That's Calgary.
For you, yes. Okay. Who's your number 3?
San Jose.
San Jose.
It's basically a flip flop.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're both pretty interchangeable to me.
I'm gonna go with San Jose, and he went with Arizona. Okay. Read some snapper chats there, buddy. We're almost there. We're getting there.
Uncultured Barbarian for 5. Cheer up 5 points. It could be worse.
No,
Sorry, you did that one. Beast of Metal 1989 for 5. Anybody who thinks the Lightning have a chance this year aren't accounting for their most important loss from last year. They're mine.
And Stevie Y.
And AA for 2 Canadian. Carlson's wife gave birth to a baby girl. I'm happy for them. I really am, especially after the stillborn incident. Like,
Yeah, and
I'm just glad he's happy.
What's his name? Matt Hoffman's girlfriend, like fucking.
That was a fucking mess.
Yeah, that was bad. Congrats.
And Jacob Hunziker for 5. Do you think Tavares was always the C-pick for Toronto, or did it change after Matthews pants down? And
he was always, and in fact, they planned it for like 2 years prior to him becoming a fucking free agent.
It would make more sense because Tavares is the more experienced player.
Right, but Matthews is going to be there for a long time. Like, it does make sense.
Well,
but
Tavares is going to be there for a long time too.
That's true. He's locked in. He is locked in. All right, let's pick these last two wild cards, and then we'll read Snapper chats for the rest of the show. Or actually, we got to do the Stanley Cup picks. Who's your wild card one of the West?
So I've got to think this over. I'm going to go Dallas.
Dallas. Good pick. I like it. Griffey.
St. Louis. St. Louis is gonna. St. Louis has got. They can't fall all the way out. Like it's a hangover It's a hangover, but
I don't see it. But Jordan Bennington has just been a wall.
Yeah, that's the biggest wild card.
I'm going with St. Louis for sure too. That's easy.
St. Louis has always been good at playing spoiler throughout their history.
All right, he's got Dallas as one of them. That's a good pick. All right, wild card 2.
Gotta really think about this.
This is hard.
Yeah, because it's always the last one.
For me, it's easy. I got Dallas as the second wild card, so you don't have to. The Yotes, according to all the math, are going to win the Stanley Cup.
Zona has a good shot. Vancouver, I think, could be a dark horse. I mean, that depends on Thatcher Demko, but I think they got a shot. Chicago, I think, might have a shot if Lehner keeps forming to form. This would really be there. Like Minnesota?
You can't really forget about Anaheim.
Yeah, Anaheim, I feel like, is kicking and screaming into a. I mean, they're being literally forced into it because of all their injuries.
Yeah,
but you can't forget about John Gibson.
Yes, he's the number one. I love their kids too. They got Steele, Terry, Kasha. If he stays healthy, he's gonna have a really good year.
Mm-hmm. They almost traded him to Carolina.
I can't believe that almost happened. I was just like, no, don't do it.
Oh, I have
it's
St.
Bob
Louis
Murray.
twice.
He likes his old school.
Oh yeah,
defense.
I do have St. Louis. That I fucked up. Who said that? Ross Millsap said I have St. Louis twice in the playoffs. So that means that I'm wide open again. Holy shit, for a wild card. Ooh, this is tough. Damn. Pick somebody, god damn it, Tree.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to think. Relax.
This really is wide
I'm going to go Arizona.
Okay. Another hot take.
It's not really a hot take, man.
It's not.
If Antti Ranta plays as good as he does, if Darcy Kemper is a providable backup, I think they can do it.
Scored. Todd Gurley.
God.
The Wild could make it. Matt Zuccarello.
Wild always can make it. They're built for mediocrity.
Yeah. Someone's gonna get some team is gonna get banged up and fall out of this. You know what I mean? Like someone.
Well, there's always a team that falls out.
Yeah.
And there's always a team that just comes out of nowhere too.
Right. Like last.
It's just finding the team that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Huh.
Like I had Florida making it last year, and guess what happened? Their goaltending fell to shit.
Yeah. They were close though.
Without the goaltending, they almost made it 2 years ago. They were out by a point.
I'm gonna put the Jets in, by the way. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm good at spewing hot.
I feel like they just lost too much.
Paul's got Chicago in, the Blackhawks.
Chicago have considered too.
Yep.
Like they're weird, but their youth is really nice. Dylan Strome's come into his own.
Yeah, Strome's coming out. Yeah,
Stroman to break it together. Yeah, Kirby Doc. Yeah, Kirby Doc is interesting. That's an interesting one because if he develops well, they kind of got something after Tays.
And you still have Kane performing at an elite level.
Yes.
So
hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They are interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they defend too well, but yeah, it's
Well,
it's
let's put it
interesting.
this way: when you acquire Oli Mata and his skates in quicksand, and you call that an upgrade, he's got skates, he's got sense, but he has the speed of pretty much a Halgill.
That's a name.
Ooh, good old
Dude,
Hal
Dude,
Gill.
when he's a name, dude, Gil Scuderi, that pairing for the Cup run, you never forget that.
Hal
Yeah.
Gill ran from fights faster than Usain Bolt. He was like, "Oh, a fight's happening. Let me skate back to the bench."
Very slowly.
Yes, slowly.
Okay, I know I gotta make. I know I'm just filibustering here
stalling.
because I'm still
Stalling.
It's
thinking.
tough.
S T
Yeah.
What you mean, man?
A L L I N G.
You guys pick? Did you guys pick already?
We all picked.
Like all your stuff.
Everybody
Yeah, I
picked.
picked.
Okay.
Come on, get off the pot.
Huh. I'm gonna go Anaheim.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go Anaheim.
That's a hot take.
That
I
is a
love
hot take.
John Gibson. I loved it. I think Dallas. I think if you can move on from who was the coach before? Randy Carlisle. If you can move on from that system, which was like bad, like in terms of possession, like everywhere he went. I think if Dallas Eakins, I like Dallas Eakins coming in. I love the kids coming in. Like it's a big risk reward pick for sure. But
Like, see, I'm very skeptical on Akins, especially with how disastrous his tenure was in Edmonton. He's got to show me he's learned his lessons.
like I think it wasn't really there for him to begin with. Like Edmonton, like kind of threw him to the wolves. I think
But you
I'd
see,
argue.
like things like Corsi Swarm and the way he was openly preaching about winning the analytic war, and it's just like, well, it was weird to me. As I said, he's got to show me he's learned his lesson.
Let me read some stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like I just like that familiarity that he has with like those kids coming up, and it's like that defense too. Like it's a little bit younger, of course, but I love Lindholm. I love Josh Manson. I love Cam Fowler. You got and John Gibson. Like if John Gibson, like he's kind of has that Carey Price effect.
You got a man crush
like he could
on
be,
Gibson over there. You really like him.
Gibson is really good.
He
Very
is. Yes.
Dude, he's
Yes.
borderline
He can
Vezina
carry a
caliber
team.
until he got injured last
You
year.
can carry your team.
Yes.
All right, KJ Lemoyne for $2. Why did you jinx the Braves, Tree? Huh? I hate you. You did jinx them hard.
Yeah, unfortunately. I
Come
mean,
on, it's just
thanks,
5-game
Melanson.
series. You know, losing one doesn't matter.
Well, game 2, you're getting Jack Flaherty, and that dude has been one of the best pitchers in
That
baseball.
guy is a
so.
specimen. He looks like
He is a god.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
he looks like
you should have seen him over the past couple months.
Yeah.
It's like, he's amazing.
Yeah. If I could look that good, I'd take that and then also be able to pitch a baseball. Like, come on, life is so unfair. It's really unfair. Instead, I look like an egg. That's what I look like. All right. Fly Latory for $2. Griffin Reinhart got cut from AHL PTO. F's in the chat.
Well, I was saying we can barely hear us. Is that me? I'll move this up a little bit.
Do you need me to put the mic closer to my mouth, Hunziger? This is
Maybe it's me.
Full stereo, man. You sound fine to me. No,
Yeah,
what
I can
about
hear you
me
guys.
now? You guys, no, it's FPV. Well, turn up your volume. I should be fine. There's no loose cables or anything. We're good.
Speaking of which, let's go to Fly Latory for 2. Griffin Reinhart got cut from an AHL PTO. F's in the chat.
Sad.
I did.
If you want to see a dude who never developed, that's Griffin Reinhart. He got cut by the Belleville Sens.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I actually went to a Chicago Wolves game last year, and he was playing on the Wolves, and it's just like, oh my god, he's still there.
He was on the Vegas expansion draft. They
Yeah,
wanted him to be good. He just
remember that.
never
He
developed.
does have the coolest fucking name ever, though. How could you not get chicks? Hello, I'm Griffin Reinhart. You know,
Didn't the Oilers trade a pick for him?
The Oilers traded 2 picks. One became Matt Barzal. The other they traded up to pick Anthony Beauvillier.
Yep.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's why we talk about Peter Chiarelli getting dunked on by Garth Snow.
Yep. It's bad when Garth Snow dunks on you, too. Jacob Hunzinger, Tavares is 11 million. Nylander is 6.96. Matthews 11.6. Marner is 10.9. Insane. In a league with a hard cap, they've got half their payroll in 4 players. That's
And
nuts.
especially since the cap went down last year.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You gotta hope that cap goes up exponentially, or you're in trouble.
You're banking on the new TV deal. You're banking on the Seattle team coming in. Definitely banking on that.
But you have to worry about Rogers because that Canadian TV deal has killed them.
Yes,
they've laid off people dramatically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So NBC's got to be looking at that and be like, "Oh shit," and then like they'll probably be scared.
James Amaday. They Blackhawks better be good if they are charging $65 for regular season hockey. The AL wildcard game was only $35. Damn, Shaw jersey sales. Yeah, they're trying to pay for that. All the upgrades they made to the arena.
Speaking of upgrades, did you guys see like the seat changes they made to TD Garden in Boston?
No.
I have like a pic of it. It's like literally just like there's like no room. You have more leg room on an airline. They expanded by like 400 seats.
Oh, so they crowded everybody up.
Yes.
So that now David
find-
Portnoy from Barstool can get more beer spilled on him because people are closer to him.
Here we go. Seating problems created for tram wires and fans.
While you do that, Beast of Metal 1989 for $20. Thank you. In all fairness, I should probably be even more pissed at Bob Murray and the Samuelis for ritually mutilating the AHL Admiral's corpse for 3 years before dragging them out to fucking San Diego, of all places, for the revival. Yeah.
There, I put it up on the Discord.
Oh,
like that's the room in like the upper level.
Oh my god. Yeah, I saw that tweet. Yeah.
As I said, like you get more room out of a plane.
You know who I think's an asshole is anyone that hits the little button and leans back on you, you know? Like you're trying to work on a plane with a laptop and then you just hit the button and it's like all up in your chest and you're like, fuck you, asshole.
My laptop's too big to do anything on the computer.
All right, and I'll read this next one and then
we'll
go through our picks, our finals. KJ Lemoyne, high 5 points. You're my new favorite YouTuber. Thank you. I'm glad I could be one person's favorite because there's so many good.
Dude, you like every tweet that has like you above me in the rankings. It's hilarious, but that's the public forum, man.
Hey, anybody asks me, I want to acknowledge that I read it. I don't always necessarily like what's being said, but I try to get to everyone.
Hey, that's a good thing, man.
I remember when I would do stuff and no one would watch it, you know? It's like I remember when I used to post videos and someone would put like an ironic first in there, like it has 10 views. Like you don't have to claim that you got first. Like you're first, second, and third, buddy. All right, who's winning the East? Who is winning the East?
Okay.
Who's coming out of the East?
I gotta think about this because it would be Toronto, Boston again.
Look at this phonograph. I like that. Joe Batson, and then WMG claims that song. Come on, who's it gonna be? I know how I'm
gonna
picking.
go with the hottest of hot takes and say Carolina.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
That
is the hottest.
I keep getting them coming into my mind. I have no idea why. But it's just
it's a good reason. Like just the only thing is Peter Mrazek.
Yeah,
like it's not even that. It's like the depth on their system, the youth they have.
No. I'm just saying
system in Charlotte.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying like. No, I'm not just saying like they have all of that. Like the only question mark in my mind is Peter Mrazek. Like they've got. I love everything else that they have. Like it's just he's like coming. Like I guess it's just like from watching him like with the Wings, like going up and down, up and down, up and down, like getting hot, getting cold. I think as far as they go, like he's the main cog to going like where they want to go.
And they also have James Reimer, so they
he's proven in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
He's got a I think he was victim of like a Islanders syndrome last year, like with he was with Florida last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, the problem was like they wanted to change culture and they felt like
they gave up so many shots on goal like the Islanders did. And like, yeah. Was that still like the culture change going on? Like with
Kinda. They traded him to clear cap space to sign Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky.
Plus they have Montembeault.
Oh yeah, Sammy Montembeault.
All right, are you gonna pick somebody? I'm gonna go with Tampa because it's just too obvious.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then Paul has, of all things, Paul has Florida in the finals. Wow. That's amazing.
really
everyone
banging on
would have
the
laughed if you said St. Louis in the finals last year. Everyone would have laughed. If you were like St. Louis going to win the cup, they would have been like, okay.
I don't hate the Florida pick whatsoever.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't think it's that hot of a take. You know, who knows? Anybody 8-1 could win this now. You never know. You had the number 1 seed that had a great season last year go out in 4 games and look bad doing it.
God, this is hard.
I know.
Like it feels because
You're going on record.
I picked Washington to win the year before they won the cup, and then I just counted them out.
That's how they do you.
So I think it has to happen this year. I think Tampa has to win this year. They have to. Yeah. I'm going with Tampa.
But I said that last year when heading into the playoffs. I was like, Tampa has to win this, and then they didn't. So
yeah, we'll see. But like I can't. Like they still have the depth. They still have the goalie.
I know. Vasilevsky is a Vezina winner. I mean, like, it's just why have they not done it? This is the year. Though,
it's just a case. I think it's just a case.
Yeah,
it's just a case of finishing. Like with Cooper, like coaching in big moments. It's just a case of finishing.
Read some more snapper chat.
Adjusting.
Yeah.
Read some more snapper chat
for sure.
Tree. We're almost done. Tree, are you back?
All right. Let's keep going with these super chats here. I'm Beast of Metal, right?
Yep.
For 10. Thing is, the Ducks are already in the 4-bowler shit show phase, and between their own chokes, Murray's senility, the Samueli, the laughter has already calmed the rage.
Yeah. It's pretty much happening.
And Beast of Metal, my TV's filled with barbecue. It calls itself Bruce.
I love barbecue. Bruce. I love that clip of him when he's just yelling in the locker room, and he sounds like a kid, just that's like upset that his parents didn't give him ice cream. He's like, "Come on, guys, we just gotta fucking play harder." You're just like, Bruce, stop talking.
That's yeah. Let's go with another one here from Flylatory for 5. I hate that Varley contracts because Ilya Sorokin is coming over next year.
Yep. I'm talking about the Stars.
Is he now? Is he now finally Sorokin?
Let me take a look.
Is he in the KHL?
Yeah. When in doubt, hockey DB.
Oh yes.
All right, Beast.
He's still in Moscow. Still in Moscow. So probably is a contract expiring now, but holy shit, these numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the team ahead of him, but Jesus.
Beast of Metal 1989. All things equal, I think Pecorine is just too good right now. Oh, thus is what happens when you give up 2 goals in 43 seconds to the Wild. Who gave that? That was no. Who did that? Was that Pecorine? Yeah, he did that. But they're up 4-2, so. It happens sometimes.
I was wondering where Ilya Shesterkin was, but he's already in the States.
I can't wait to go look at some highlights later of this Rangers game. Oh yeah, probably
That'll
only
be
time.
interesting to look up. I mean, better than the Pens.
James Amadei 2020 Cup Final, Toronto versus Vegas Golden Knights. Very interesting. Who knows? I haven't picked yet. We haven't picked. Flylatory for 2. Roop Hintz breakout season incoming.
I love that.
Hines looked pretty good late in the playoffs last year.
Oh, Roof Hines.
Yeah,
sorry.
Ever since the trying to remember the last 29 games, I think, including the playoffs, he really did come into his own. Like he was flying.
Yeah, it's amazing when some players just get that motor and they look noticeably faster than everybody else. Like
That's why I'm. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's why I was really high on Dallas, because like if he because you know what you're gonna get from that top line, but like when they got Zuccarello last year, it's just like everything just started to click and click and click.
Yeah, well, he's the straw that stirs the drink, man. He gets her done. All right, Tree, who's coming out of the West? Who's coming out of the West?
I'm gonna go Colorado.
Holy shit! And you didn't even hesitate right there. Wow.
I really like Colorado.
I want to see who we picked last year real quick before the end of the show.
I don't think did we do the cup predictions last year?
We did.
We did.
I'm gonna call that up at the end though. So okay, and see how we did. Who you got, Griff?
God. The West is tough. I love it. I love Vegas. What they do, what they got. Colorado is like, I think Colorado's the really sexy pick, like to get this year to go far. God, I'll just say, God, I'm sorry. It's hard.
It's
No
hard.
worries, man.
It's hard.
How about God. Colorado. Okay.
Colorado. All that to pick Colorado.
Colorado. It's a sexy pick. Yeah, I know, but I love their makeup as well. Like they might be a little bit young, and they might not make it to the cup final, but they're an interesting one. I think they're another high risk, high reward.
All right. I am
With
going to
me,
go.
the way they smacked Calgary showed me that they can go and play against the big boys.
Yeah, that was surprising. That was really surprising.
I thought Calgary would go far. So
They were just faster. Like
they were faster, and they had just Mike Smith couldn't carry them.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in that series. Like he was far from the reason they were bad. Philip Grubauer, though, like I think he's the key too. Like
he's very good too. Like he had a good stretch.
I'm gonna go with the Vegas Golden Knights. You guys are slipping.
Golden Knights aren't bad.
That's a good pick.
And then Paul.
That's crazy. That'd be crazy though to have a team in their first 3 years make it to the Cup final twice. That'd be insane.
Paul has the Sharks in the finals. Wow.
No pressure on Seattle whatsoever.
Yep.
You just have to go to the Cup 2 times in 3 years.
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
I mean, I like your Ronnie franchise. You can do it. Come on.
Yep. All right, read some snapper chats. I think after Rue Pints. So ND Gaming.
Yep, we are at ND Gaming. Any chance for a Brewers legacy of failure? I still don't think they're at the end of their window yet. I think they need a little more time.
I didn't see a congratulation A's either.
The problem was I'm busy on a lot of stuff right now. I had to release the MLB playoff video today, sports ball for the NFL week yesterday. I'm working on the NHL season preview, so it's a lot's happening. That's the problem.
Yeah, I've been working on this. I've been working on a season preview myself. Like it's been a very, very long process, but
it's a slog. I mean, most of the time I'm just like, I mean, mine's probably less in depth than yours.
What's funny is if YouTube wasn't my job, like it would take me a long time to put together videos. Like it would.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, even just for hunting and gathering for footage, that takes hours.
Oh my
yes, it does.
I call it the gather. And I'm just like,
I'm experimenting a little bit with Photoshop and a green screen too. So I'm including a lot of different things.
You're becoming an influencer.
That stuff takes time, man.
That's right. Steve Clax. I think he's new. $5. Who's your President's Trophy pick? Ooh, I'm gonna go with Tampa for sure for that.
Tampa's the sexy pick. Very sexy pick. I'm going to go Vegas.
Vegas.
You're talking about the President's Trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The curse.
Yeah. Vegas, yeah, I think Vegas could. I think Vegas too. I love that pick in terms of winning the President's Trophy.
Tampa's built for it though,
and they're in a bad division though too. Vegas is, so they could feast a little bit more. Like not a bad division, but a kind of a lighter division compared to the other three.
Yeah, I can see that. Beast of Metal 1989. How is Shevaldov still employed again? And how do you blow 3 separate leads at home in the playoffs? Ooh.
If the Jets don't do well, Shevaldov and Maurice are getting fired.
Yeah. What really blew my mind about the Jets last year is just like they were like an above average defensive team like in 2017 to 18. I think they were in the top 15 in terms of shots allowed, and then they went all the way down to 27th. Like it was like
they would just blow leads left and right. Like that wasn't even a playoff issue.
They didn't even change any major personnel like from the previous year, which is like even crazier. So
did they change your scheme, or did they just
age a little bit? Like also like message getting stale could be a little that. Like Trouba had a bit of a rough year because his legacy is always I'll try and just go to overtime. Oh, turns out into overtime. Look, there's Jaden Schwartz in front of the net. Goal. St. Louis wins. Dagger.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Let's see. Read some more Snapchats.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Beast TTT MFJ2K. Red Wings versus Kings in the Stanley Cup. Book it. Yeah, maybe in 2008.
How about that might be a good lottery Stanley Cup final though.
Tank Cup, or actually that would have made sense in '93. But Dark Kirby 14 for 2. Any chance of a Tree and Chiseled Adonis crossover?
Ooh. I don't think he's good at reaching out to other people.
I don't think our styles would mesh. Like he's definitely more improv based, definitely more like a heavy primetime influence.
Yeah, you're more of very controlled and calculated. He's
improv based.
He's the Pittsburgh EDP, like he just turns on the camera and
he's not really an EDP though.
No,
he has controlled objective takes.
Right. He's not nutty like EDP. He has that style, I'm just gonna turn the camera on and start talking. So I like his stuff though. I like his stuff for sure. Cactus singular, $10. I'm still curious to how I will start doing sports videos. Who should I start with? The Dolphins, the White Sox, my Indians? I'm confused as hell. The best advice I can give you is just start. Just
start. Don't worry about ratings or views or being perfect.
Don't even care about the subject.
Get started and the flames just come. Like me, I got my start again with the goddamn 2016 election in the Cleveland Browns. So if I were to tell myself 3 years ago I'd be doing this shit, I'd be like,
right,
get the hell out of here.
I would have killed to be as good as GRIFFLIX is from the start than fucking around and sucking for 4.5 years.
That sometimes it takes time though, man. That.
Do you know who Soft Drink Sports is?
I do. He comes in my recommended feed a lot.
Yeah, he just started 6 months
I've seen
ago.
a little bit.
Yeah, and he's already killing it. The upload environment now is more so if you're just good, people will find you. It was so hard back when we started, dude.
Really?
As I said, quality always wins out. Plus, if you do football, I mean, that's a guarantee.
Yeah. You
there's a magnet.
Because it's unfortunate because I love hockey, but unfortunately those vids don't take as much as football does. I hate it.
They don't. There's not as much viewers for hockey. It's unfortunate, but it's not that there's less passionate fans. It's just there's less of them, period. So it just it takes a while to get going. But guys like Dangle have made their living doing it.
Hockey's definitely a lot like Mazdas, at least in my mind. There aren't many people that drive them, but the people that do love it.
Yes. Kurt Coble for 5. Hot take: Vegas falls out due to a suspect D and an overworked Marc-Andre Fleury with no backup option. Very possible. And Gadzooks for $4.99. Embrace the hashtag Winnipeg Whiteout. Ooh. Gadzooks.
Not with that
Hamilton.
defense.
Yep. And Beast of Metal 1989, 2 goals given up in 89 seconds. Way to go, Dubnyk. Dubnyk to me is like one of the more overrated goalies. And I hate to say that because he's good. But
problem with Dubnyk is like that Edmonton killed him. He's lucky he even got like that good back in Minnesota again.
Yeah. Oh.
I think he plays. I think the Wild. Like, I'm trying to remember. I don't want to say he was a system goalie, but I remember reading somewhere like he was like his expected save percentage. Like he'd always be below that. So even like with the team in front, of him, like he was not like you'd pad those stats, like those counting stats, like 926, like save percentage, all that different stuff.
So based off,
but he didn't really, wasn't really like didn't really perform to where he was expected, like with the defensive insulation in front of him. So I found that interesting. Like when you brought up when he was kind of a little bit overrated, like there's a little bit of merit to that, I think.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
He never struck me as like an elite goalie though. He always like it was like good but never great.
Right.
Me too.
Okay, let's pick our Stanley Cup final champions now, and then we'll read these last 4 Snapchats. Please, no more Snapchats. Last call has passed. It's past our bedtimes. Who's gonna hoist the cup? Who's gonna lift the cup and have them mute the on ice microphone when they say "fuck yeah," like they did about 20 times last year? Like I think as soon as who's the captain? Backus? No, who's the St. Louis Blues captain?
Pietrangelo.
As soon as he lifted, he was like, "Fuck yeah!" You're like, dude.
Ryan O'Reilly was even worse.
Yeah, O'Reilly dropped more F-bombs than Sailor. All right,
listen, you go through 2 months of that grueling slog, you can say whatever the hell you want.
That's true. Nobody cares. Tree, who's gonna hoist the cup?
I'm gonna say Colorado, and Stan Kroenke and his god-awful hairpiece will raise the cup, and I will die inside.
God. I will die a little if Colorado wins. Who do you got there, Griffey?
I really went all speed Stanley Cup final, and I know that might not happen, but I just want it to happen so badly because I think it'd be so fun to watch. But I still believe in the Lightning. They got to get it done. They have to. I'm gonna go with the Lightning.
I am going to have to agree with you. Like they have to. Like
they have no choice. I mean, let's put it this way: University of Virginia did. They got a bunch of lucky breaks, but they got it done.
Yeah,
that's the only way the laughter's going to stop.
I was going to pick. Go ahead.
I think after you get publicly humiliated the way they did, you come out like this might be an intangible argument, a little bit of an intangible argument, but when you get publicly humiliated like you did last year, I think there's some sort of like mission you come on, like come to camp with, and I think maybe that could carry them. And they got the talent already. Maybe that's the motivation.
Yep. All right, and then Paul had the Sharks as his finalist. Oops. Tree, read these last ones, and then we'll bring Jared on. Actually, let's just bring Jared on now.
Yeah, that one. Oh, man. What's up, Jared?
Jared,
hey.
Unmute yourself. Kevin, you here too?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's a big circle jerk. Come on in, man. We're ending racism. Come on, Jared.
And racism ended on Tuesday.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Hey, everyone's here. See, this is why we don't do this.
Hey.
There's 5 of us now, and it's a mess. All right, read the last Snapper Chats, Tree, and then we'll talk to our new friends.
Yes, sir. Let's go for Beast of Metal 1989. You want to see how far Akins has gone since Edmonton? Go type San Diego Gulls own goal into YouTube and watch the first vid that pops up.
I'm going to save that for later.
Do that later. Official Gusrichlin for 5. The day the Brewers win a World Series is the day I wear a Red Wings jersey and sing Stairway to Heaven while eating sauerkraut. Jeez. So, yeah. Before you love shine for 2. Your little bitch versus Boston Sports. Pitt or LA?
Ooh.
I'd say maybe LA.
Pitt.
But
all right, the last one.
Lakers won. Trevor Taormina for 2 thoughts on Matt Murray's play tonight. I wasn't able to see too much of it. I think the issue was just the defense in front of him.
Yeah.
They were getting burned a lot of times on the stretch pass.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens when you trade for Eric Goodbranson and Jack Johnson. Think they're good because it's 2003.
You think you think Eric Goodbranson, like as a third pairing guy, could be something?
No.
He was something in Florida.
Like anything. Like I
system. I mean, he did all right last year.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up.
Were like god awful dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody's was like when they made that trade, it was just like, what the hell is going on?
I had it live when I was doing the deadline stream. I like broke down. I'm like, what the fuck are you kidding me? All right, I thought it was a joke.
Okay, and tonight, I mean, Jack Eichel and friends decided to pretend like they're the Dudley boys and just put him through tables tonight. That was an awful performance from that Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah.
What can you do, man? I mean, I don't think this is going to be a good year.
Buffalo's not a good team.
Buffalo, I like Jason Botterill, but they just never go over that hump.
Yeah.
Never.
Jared, who do you got winning the Stanley Cup, buddy?
Me?
Yeah, you. We didn't bring you to be quiet.
I'm debating here. I want to go Vegas, but I feel like Tampa is coming. Tampa reminds me a lot of who they tied for the points record last year, the 95-96 Red Wings. You've got all this talent. They tied the record. This year, I don't think they're going to be quite as good, but I feel like they could win it for sure if they become a little bit more disciplined. And like looking at their stuff tonight, Vasilevsky's already in midseason form after one game. I think he stopped 33 of 35 or something like that. And so I want to say Tampa, but at the same time, I kind of want to go Vegas too, because Vegas, if Fleury doesn't get played as much, he can definitely carry them if they don't burn him out. If
Maybe
they play Subban more,
injury, like that one year. He's gonna get hurt. You know he's gonna miss some time.
They've got the depth for it too. If he does, they've got Subban, Dansk. They've picked up Garrett Sparks too from the Toronto backup from last year. I know that they lost Maxime Legase. He left. But they've got at least 2 more starters in their system because Dansk came in and had 2 shutouts in 3 games his first, and that before he got hurt, which sucks because I actually know him personally. So we trained together up at Shattuck. So it's I was so excited to see him finally play in the NHL, and then all of a sudden he gets hurt. Like, oh.
Yeah, it sucks, man. There's so many people that have the talent to make it in some leagues, and then they get hurt, and it's just it sucks, man.
Yeah, like a buddy of mine who I play men's league with on Wednesday nights. Before I had another back injury, he was in the Grand Rapids. He was Grand Rapids Griffins. Derek Dawkin. He was then sent down to the ECHL for a little bit. He had another concussion and retired because he had 4 or 5 concussions already. So he was
talking about Zach Lauzon earlier.
Yeah,
concussions killed him, and he was 20.
Yeah, and it sucks because Dawkin is still good. Like when we play together, you can see him holding back.
Yeah, that was crazy to have like an ex-pro. Because when my son played hockey, and there was a coach that was I think he made it to the AHL, and he would just do drills, and you could tell something was different. You know, like you're like, holy shit, like that guy's definitely different than just your standard hockey coach. So,
yeah, no, I'm like when I'm playing against him, because he knows that I can take it because of the fact that I played juniors.
Yeah.
I'm younger. I'm the younger goaltender of the 4 that we have. He'll go harder against me, but when he's going against the other guys, he holds it back a lot, and it's
unleash that full clapper on him. Like he's just like,
he's done that to me a couple times. I'm just glad he hasn't broken my helmet yet, because that happened when I was when I was in high school. I took a
I
shot.
I got mad respect for anyone that played. I played catcher in baseball. Goalie in hockey is just insane.
Kevin,
Yeah,
real quick. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Kevin, who's your Stanley Cup final or your winner? Kev.
My Stanley Cup winner. Oh boy, that's a tough one.
Make it quick because we're about to get out. No pressure.
I'm gonna be an idiot and say the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Why didn't you pick the damn Nashville fucking?
You thought I was gonna say the Nashville Predators.
That's what I thought, man. I thought you were gonna be a whole hometown honk right there.
Well, all right.
Speaking of honk, hey Griff, I miss your team being in the Central Division. That was a fun rivalry back in the 2000s, man.
Wait, what's your team?
Nashville Predators.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
won against the Wild.
Yeah.
All right.
That was. I at the same time I do miss the Central with Chicago, with Nashville, with St. Louis. Like that was fun, but at the same time I do love playing Toronto like more than once a year. So it's a give and take.
So you're Detroit then, or are you Columbus?
Yes.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Detroit fan too.
Red Wings all the way. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the show with last year's finals picks, and then we're gonna cut out. But thanks everyone for coming on. By the way.
Oh, thank you.
Odd Man Rush
for
had the
having me.
Lightning and the Sharks in the finals, with the Sharks winning. Producer guy Phil had the Leafs and the Sharks in the finals, with the Sharks winning. Tree had the Lightning and the Jets, with the Jets winning the cup. You jinxed the fuck out of both of them.
That's what I had last year, Lightning and the Jets.
Yep. I had the Leafs and the Knights, with the Leafs winning.
And I jinxed
it all.
the hell out of my
Yep.
picks.
And then you
Right
had
at the first fucking
Kevin,
go.
you had Nashville and Tampa, with Nashville winning it all. And that's why I was surprised that you didn't pick them.
I remember saying like, "Oh, I had the Islanders going to the playoffs last year," and then I remember, "Oh shit, right, I had Edmonton going too."
Let's see who
Same.
you whiffed on a lot. You had Arizona in, Tree.
Arizona almost made it though.
You had Edmonton in.
They didn't have injuries; they might have.
You had the Panthers.
I agree with that.
Brad Richardson leading goal score. That was nuts, and they still made it.
Dude, Tree, you
Almost
were
made it,
spot
almost made it.
on. Except for the Canes.
Not 120 goals scored.
I was correct on saying that the Dallas Stars did get in.
Yeah, you were right there. I whiffed big
Fucking
time. I had
whiffed
the
on the
Flyers in. I had the Panthers in. I had the Ducks in.
Oh, I was the only one that had the Islanders in.
I had Edmonton in.
No, I had the
Tree had Islanders.
you did?
Yeah,
Oh.
Tree had Islanders. Nobody had the Hurricanes in at all. Nobody. And
I
nobody
had the Hurricanes in the year before.
and nobody had the Blues really doing much. I had the Blues out.
Really, I had the Blues.
I didn't have
like,
the Blues
in the
in.
first round. Having a tough
Boy,
like
did
first,
they
second round.
show me. All right, well, it was a wonderful show, guys. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for all the Snapchats. Thanks for the mods, Beast of Metal, for showing up. Thanks, Jared, for showing up. Mad respect for the goalie between the pipes game. Kevin, thanks for popping in. GRIFFLIX, any final thoughts?
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on and losing my Discord virginity.
Cherry pop.
Really
Glad we
overrated.
could pop your cherry.
Yeah.
Totally,
That's
I was totally new to this, and I appreciate you guys kind of tolerating, just kind of getting into it, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Can you put your channel in the chat right here so everyone can subscribe to GRIFFLIX?
Oh boy,
Kick-ass
fine.
channel. And I'll
Okay.
link,
Okay.
Yeah, you guys.
Right in the YouTube channel. Right in the YouTube channel. I mean, the YouTube.
Yeah, your
stream.
YouTube channel. So.
The YouTube Yeah, the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave a link in the description. When,
GRIFFLIX. This is why me and Tree did a test run yesterday, so that way I knew how to run it beforehand.
Actually, here, I got it. I will post it there. Boom. Done. Everyone. And then Tree, any final thoughts?
Thank you.
No, sir. I'm
right.
hoping to get the hockey season preview out this weekend.
Yeah,
I rewrote a couple things today, so felt like some of them were weak.
I love doing these because, I mean, I know we all do
football, and some of us do we cover all sports, but I fucking love hockey. Like, there's no
Agree.
sport like it. It's amazing. It's
Especially if you go in. If you go into a new and you're going into the actual arena.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. In person,
Hockey is an entirely different animal, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everyone, again. And I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of another dumpster fire.